What up, chat? Daria Collins, thanks for the follow. Welcome. Okay, so chat. Today's today's stream is not going to be the usual stream. So I have decided that there are not enough resources in Alestrals right now for people to have decks for Kissimmee, right? Oh, you know it's going. I'm surprised that Kick doesn't have an Alestrals category yet, which is kind of unfortunate. But anyway, so yeah, you can ask. But yeah, so I feel like people are going to show up to Kissimmee and not know what the hell to play. So we're going to spend this stream recording a YouTube video with a whole bunch of basically sample deck lists for the Kissimmee format, right? And, you know, hopefully this helps some people out, you know, deciding what they want to play for that weekend. And, you know, I don't think that a lot of people are doing this kind of content, right? I feel like people are taking a lot of their testing behind closed doors, like, you know, understandably so, right? But yeah. I feel like there aren't a whole lot of... Now that we have every single card except for one revealed, and I highly doubt that a new lunar phase is going to, you know, impact the format to the point where it is, like, meta warping beyond what we already have. Now that, like, everything's been revealed, like, you know, we can actually start talking about, okay, what's actually good, what's bait, you know, what people should be on the lookout for, what people should be testing with, you know, that kind of stuff. Now, I'm not the best Celestials player, but what I do well is theorize, right? I get, you know, the brain juices flowing. So, that's what we're going to do. I have printed out, you know, with things like nations. Honestly, I really don't care about Kick. So, my goal with Kick is build up an audience elsewhere, have them move to Kick, and then take advantage of their hourly, you know, streamer payouts. I'm just going to be transparent, you know. Oh, that is delayed as hell. Oh my god. So I have a multi-chat with a streamer bot. And it just your first message just went into my multi-chat. But yeah, no. I am hoping that, you know, I can build up an audience elsewhere. Tell them, hey, you know, go cycle on over to Kick, get me to the threshold to get the hourly, and then we just abandon Kick. Like, I multi-stream there, and I realize that there is a penalty for multi-streaming and taking the hourly, but, you know, that's free money. It's like, even if I could get paid, like $7 an hour multi-streaming to Kick, that's worth it. But also, like, yeah, I probably should have at least something there in terms of like banners and stuff like that. But I'm planning on doing a rebrand anyway. If you go over to my Twitch channel, it's all like Yu-Gi-Oh themed stuff, because during COVID I was ostensibly a Yu-Gi-Oh streamer. And Yu-Gi-Oh just isn't it right now. So, I have pivoted to an up and coming card game called Alestrals. All right, that should be good enough. 3, 3, and 3. I wonder how many like actual playable cards there are in Lifestream, like mechanically unique cards. Because I have like all of the actual why are you not focusing? All of the cards that I think might be playable, all proxied and sleeved up, ready to go. And I just have them, shout outs to, oh, you're so banned. Get the fuck out of here, clanker. Clanker. But also, with Kick, if I really wanted to abandon all morals, I could ostensibly make the pivot to the right-wing grift, right? I could, and then I could, take gambling sponsorships, all that, and I could make a fuck ton of money. My goals with streaming are not to, like, make a gorillion dollars, right? It is to, primarily as, like, a, creative outlet. Because I'm going to be honest, I like entertaining people, But then, if I can, while I am doing that, make enough of a living to where I can support myself, even, like, half of my income, right? I would be happy, Because right now I work at Starbucks. And Starbucks is not it. I'm going to keep it a stack. I'm going to keep it tall. That place is like the 6th circle of hell. Now, don't get me wrong. The benefits, they're legit. So, let me tell y'all a tale. So, last year, early in the year, I think the surgery was like literally like February 2nd or something like that. I had to get a surgery done to remove my spleen, right? And I have health insurance through Starbucks. I have United, and I pay like what, $4.40 a month, and then my take-home pay every 2 weeks is like about $600. Just to, like, make everything crystal clear. So, no, I'm good. So I already have artist friends, and, if I wanted something done, I could just commission them. and I already am familiar with their work. I'm sorry, but like, if I'm going to commission art, I'm not going to commission just some random person in, someone's Kick chat, I have artist friends. It's nothing against you. I'm sure your work is fine, but like, if I'm going to give money to an artist, I'm going to give it to my friends rather than some random person. I mean, like, look, you're free to stick around. I'm not going to knock your hustle, but like, I'm good on that. Thank you, though. And also, let's see here. Let's look at your profile real quick. Dog. You don't even have, your own artwork for your own channel. So then why should I trust you? Right? How do I know that you're not a robot? How do I know that you're not using AI? Which, by the way, fuck AI as a means to create creative works. Like, there are good things that AI can do, like medical research and, protein folding and, shit like that. But that's not what AI is currently being used for. If you're using AI to pursue creative endeavors, then you can just fuck right off. You're stealing work from actual artists. And I'm not going to go any further on that. All right. So, all the last minute proxies are proxied up. Let's see here. Let me do something real quick. But yeah, probably how this stream is going to go is I'm gonna like type up maybe like an outline of what I want the video to be, and then after that, hey Kat, how's it going? What's poppin'? Long time no see, girl. I saw that you're no longer made of flesh. You're made of pixels and 3D models. How does that go for you? But yeah, so we're probably pretty soon gonna start recording. But I just need to... dog. These clankers, bro. These clankers. Get these fucking clankers out of my chat. Where... Do you still do GTA anymore, or have you just like that ship has fucking sailed? Nice. I've been on a bit of a hiatus ever since Xeno whatever the fuck happened with Xeno, am I right? But no, I've been on a bit of hiatus because, you've probably heard, but, like Tim and Esme and all them, server I'm about to go to 2.0, understandable. But no, like Tim and Esme are starting a server. Yeah. What server? It's like, honestly, like, I've been getting the drive. I've been getting the itch. But... I've been waiting for Fire and Esme's server to get off the ground. I'm QAing for them, but I really sometimes don't just have the time. Phoenix? Okay. I'll check it out. I'll check it out. You know, I finally got into like the past couple of years have been rough. I'm gonna keep it a stack. Past couple of years have been rough for your boy Alvin, but like, you know, we're living. I finally got to a point where like, yo, life is stable. You know what I mean? But yeah, want to get back into content creation. I don't think I'll stream GTA because that just like, you know, unless if you're on like NoPixel or on Unscripted or on Prodigy, then why bother? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel that. Like, sometimes it really is just like shit, like, you know, it hits you with thing after thing after thing, and life doesn't give you a chance to stop. Um, but like once you get over that hurdle and you're finally at like, you know, a home base where it's like, mm-hmm. How's that going, by the way? You don't have to like, you know, get into like specifics, but is it going good? Is it, you know, are your doctors fucking you? Is the government fucking you? Or is everything going smoothly? It's going. Understandable. Understandable. But oh wait. You wait. Do you see this? You're gonna like that. Let me go grab it real quick. I gotta show you this. I made a battle jacket. Little battle jacket tour for chat, real quick. So we got. Wait, let me actually. Here. Another limbo. Okay, that's good. That's like what? 6 months? Okay, so battle jacket tour, right? Unskilled labor is a capitalist myth. No one's illegal on stolen land. Which side? It's mirroring and it's fucking with me. Keep your country nice and clean. And then Gay Liberation Front, defend, deny, depose on the back. There's still more patches that I haven't put on. Then let's see here. Pronouns, ACAB, be gay, do crime, misgender corrector. And then, you know, it says trans punks against fascism. It's okay to punch Nazis. Type shit. But yeah. Where'd I have it? I had like about there. Ish. Give or take. Yeah, there's more. Really like the core ethos of that jacket is like every single one of those patches is like made by a person, not by like, you know, some corporation operating on Etsy or some shit. But yeah. You know, I wear that to like, you know, card game events just to like, you know, signal to all the people that are there, hey, if you're like, you know, queer or, you know, whatever the fuck, then I am a safe person to be around. I may not be the most useful because I am a, spaghetti noodle. We're working on that, by the way. But, still a spaghetti noodle. That you can, hang out with me. Like, I feel like a lot of cis and straight people don't realize, like, how much social space they take up. You know what I mean? Where, like, unless if queer people have taken a space to make it explicitly clear, like explicitly queer, like a gay bar or like a drag night or something like that. It's very hard for queer people to exist. I'll save the rest of that for after the ad break. Where is... Let me actually write down the name of that server so I don't fucking forget. Kat, thanks for the sub. Appreciate it. I'm sorry that I have to play ads, but like, it's like literally the minimum amount of ads that Twitch will let me play so that people don't get mid-rolls. Over here. Beautiful. But yeah, no, like, ever since I've started wearing that jacket, people have been like, dude, you're trying too hard. And I'm like, I'm like, every time that someone says that to me, I am going to have a Joker moment because they are missing the point. Like, the default state of a social situation is that everyone is straight, everyone is cis. Therefore, as a queer person, you have to, like, reclaim that space from those people a majority of the time in order to make it safe. Unless there's, like, a general understanding. So, like, you have to go, like, extremely out of your way to, like, take that space back. And that's why, I feel like, a punk battle jacket is, like, the perfect way to do that, to signal to people. But yeah. Exactly. Like, it's like, oh, do you think that you're so cool? And I'm like, yeah, I think I'm fucking sick, dude. The fuck you mean? Like, I have made something with my own hands that I like to wear. Yeah, like, the whole, like, minimalism thing with fashion is so fucking... It's so overblown. Like, you don't... Like, sure, it does look good. I like wearing minimalism, because it makes making outfits easier, right? However, it should not be, like, the only viable way to be fashionable. But yeah. So, Kat, you have picked the worst day to show up. Because today I wanted to record a video. And for two people. Exactly. We're going to be writing and recording a video this stream. Where's my notepad? Okay, those are that. Don't save. Yeah. I mean, like, we'll still be like, I'll still be talking to chat and all that. It's just like there will be portions of the stream where it's like obvious I'm recording a bit, or like it it's deck building for a card game that you most likely do not play. What is this? Oh, I need that. I need that. I don't need this. Okay, so chat. I just need to like put the thoughts onto the paper. So probably like top 5 decks for Kissimmee. Do you guys want to see, or okay. So let's see here. I can, while we're here, I can add a text source of Notepad. Read from file. Where is my Notepad? This one. File. Save as. We're doing magic here, chat. Desktop. I guess save. So then browse. Desktop. Where is top 5 decks for Kissimmee? How do I Nope, that is incorrect. There we go. And we can just kind of like stick it there. Yeah. So then like if I say went over here and then did this and then yeah, there we go. So now, okay. So the decks I think that people are most likely going to be like, on the lookout for, right? Let's actually fix this real quick. This is bugging me. Just like minor thing with my layout real quick. Here. Oh, hell yeah. Enjoy your drawing. I hope that goes well for you. I don't need that. But then I want this. And then I need for you. Okay. So top 5 decks for Kissimmee, right? Frost/mill pile. Is there a way that I can set it up? Actually, let's do this real quick. I'm going to remove that, add window capture. There we go. So then if I come over to Notepad, and then let's say I zoom in. Yes, okay, this is exactly what I wanted. And let's come over here. And we can do that. And then like that. Okay. So, chat. See, I'm smart. I can do the damn thing. Hold. Frost mill pile. Like Dionysus.deck. We've got like Aphrodite.deck. And then like underneath that we can do like water nexus slash like double name deck, and then the Aphros 5s, because I heard people talking about that. So then also with the Frost Mill pile, we could do like Blizz slash Iwooly slash I'm gonna coin this kitchen sink frost. And then the next one could probably be like within the dark, smiles on our faces. So like there's the, and like Woolly. I misspelled Iwooly. Iwooly slash, what's the card's name? Like Frigicub Control, which is like you're looping not only Blizzard but Blizzard Whiteout with the Iwooly when you mill 4, and then you can summon your 1-drops. And then for the Dionysus deck, there are a couple ideas. So like there is Dazed slash the Dazed and Enraged deck, but then also there is like YV aggro with like Argo and like I guess we could just like drop this down to its own line, and then with Argo and like the full like poison suite, like poison tipped arrow, poison tunic, poison nectar, you know, like that whole shebang, you know. So really right now it's like I need to pick one of each of these to actually make. Because if I have though, like, so that's already 6 different decks. So then now there's like the next big deck is like Bear Bomb. Everyone knows what Bear Bomb is. Well, I mean, the people that are watching that don't play Elestrals don't know what Bear Bomb is, but Bear Bomb is a treat. You turbo out a big ass bear, and then you either win or you lose. And most of the time you win. Just because of like how Elestrals works. Oh. I'm just reading the Clash patch notes right now. Don't you show me a little bit. She loves lead, so way they love. Oh, what is this? Ivory. Never mind. There was one more besides the lunar phase to be revealed. So Ivory is a 2-cost water Lestral. It's a 7/6. When this Ivory receives 1 or more water, you can foretell cards equal to the number of water enchanting each Ivory on your field. You may add each card with a title or effect that mentions Poseidon foretold this way to your... Oh my god. Water casters are rejoicing. That's kind of insane. So like, okay, so let's say you normal ascend the Ivory, right? It just has 2. You then get to foretell 2. And then add each card. Okay, so the wording on this is kind of strange. I need to ask. Make it bend and break. Yeah, that's an interesting effect, but I don't think it's that good. At least right now. There will be more Poseidon effects, and as we get a critical mass of Poseidon cards, that card will get better. Okay. So, Bear Bomb. And then honestly, like, we could probably have like Solar. I would need to like reread all the Solar cards, in order to determine like what kind of Solar deck you want to play. But it probably is like foretell something. But I'm not convinced that Solar is like the move. I'm just looking through all the cards that I printed out. Okay, so then Royalotl, you can go back here. Only think the form of crunching numbers. And we could probably just like put these guys on the front. There also probably is a Earth Nexus like Bear Boss control deck if Bear Bomb gets good enough. I just don't think that that's going to be a thing. Okay. Let me reread some of the solar cards, because like there definitely is like a Royalotl control style deck, but I don't know if I have the brain cells to figure it out. Then we can probably put like Thunderstorm on there, because like I've been playtesting someone who's been on Thunderstorm deck with like Supercell and all that, and it's really good. Like, it probably is not the best deck in the room, but it has legs. And honestly, I think like a heal control variant could go crazy. So we're gonna discard this Glimbat. We're gonna search your deck for a Temple of the Sun. So it's a field spell searcher. Okay. Guardian of the Light. Nova Core seems crazy. So 2-drop, that's a Lith if you control a Temple of the Sun, and then on summon you pop a guy. Okay. So what other good solar guys are there? Solar. What's Lister do? What says Foretell on it? It's like they're... So like you probably play Apollo 2. You probably play First Light in like a solar Foretell control deck. So that would be 3 spirits plus what? 3? Yeah, so that'd be like if you Nexus to a Corvus Shine, that's you Foretell 6. Okay. Basically lets you dig 6 and then add 1 to your hand. I really don't... How... There has to be like a normal Celestlio somewhere. So I really don't think that this deck like does anything. Might just scrap the solar deck, because TBH. your hand. Then you may destroy cards on the field up to the number of cards added to your hand this way. Oh, wait, okay. I understand why people played that now. God. That is not good functionality from the website. Honestly, I really probably don't know enough about solar in order to make a good list. I feel like I could probably make a functional list for everything else but solar. So I think that, like, we scrap solar. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So I think that is where, with that kind of list right here, is kind of like where things are gonna sit. I think we're gonna have a Frost deck. We're gonna have a Dio deck. We're gonna have a an Aphrodite deck. We're gonna have Bear Bomb, and then we're gonna have Thunderstorm. Okay. So I think that we can start, like, making shit. So let's desk cam. Yeah. Okay. Wait, actually, okay. I should probably, like, record an intro. Okay, wait, hold up. Actually, let's, like, duplicate this. And then let's, like, remove the alerts. That's probably fine. Let's get rid of music. Let's get rid of this. Let's go to new cam. And we can probably make this a little bit bigger. Yeah. Okay. All right. Trying to think of, like, how I want to start this video. Oh, you're so banned. Ban. Die. Fucking clanker. Okay. Chat. I've realized something concerning, just a tad, just a little bit, that I don't think that people are preparing for Kissimmee like really they should. I've seen a lot of discussion around, oh, these cards are good. These cards I think are nice. But I haven't seen anyone actually building any decks. So we are going to rectify that today. And we are going to show you a good few decks that you could probably just bring to Kissimmee and you'll probably do well. All right. So let's just get right into it. I can re-record that intro if I want. Okay, so now let's go to desk cam. Okay, so we're gonna come over here. Okay, so first deck is probably the easiest because I have it like, 90% ish, give or take, mapped out. And it's probably the Blistrix deck. Okay, so I can go over there. This has Blizz in it. I'll probably re-record the intro and like script out something. Okay, so let's see here. Let's get myself nice and comfortable. Cause like this is gonna be, dude, I have so much shit on my fucking desk. Okay. The guys. Gorgonskis. Okay. So like I want the mill package. These two can go over here, those can go there. Okay. So this is kind of the deck that I've been testing with the most. Like, no, it isn't the real package, it's the mill package. Like, these guys send cards to the graveyard, and then we go gambling, and then we win. Because every card in our deck is a hit. Where's the third Cedar Soar? There he is. And then we also need Moralith. Okay. That's real. The real package is real. Not fictitious. Okay, and then we have Blizz. We have Moralith. We have Cedar Soar. And then Frostrix. Okay. So I probably want 3 Rabbit. Because it's just really that good. So that's 12, 15. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, And then now we start grabbing Frost stuff from... These are already cards that are, like, they're released. This deck has been legal. And now we grab the stuff that is not released yet. Now, if any of the Illustrials team is watching, these are not real cards. I did not get them from someone who leaked. They're proxies. Right? Like... Hold up. See? They're all proxies. They're all just cards with pieces of paper over them. You just can't really see the edges where the white's still sticking out because they're also on white sleeves. No one broke their NDA. You know, I am just trying to be overly prepared. And then I can probably turn each of these like individual decks into a short, and then just release them over the next coming days, which will be nice. Where's the Frost stuff? Oh no. Okay. Right. So Poison Nectar. These three. These ones, and then this one. Yeah, see, this is what happens when you have a very large pile of cards. And then a second very large pile of cards. So then where did all the Frost cards go? Size does matter? That's crazy. You're coming into my chat saying these kinds of things? SMH. In my good Christian Minecraft server? Okay. I know that I am totally a mess right now. Where the fuck? Where'd all the Frost cards go? Am I just, like, blind? It's like, those are the first proxies that I made. They have to be somewhere. Oh. Chat, I may be stupid. Like, you know, behind these guys was all the Frost cards. Blizzard. I think Rise from the Shadows is the last one. Yeah, okay. Okay. So we probably want 3 Catarant, 2 Iwoolly. We want like 2 Chimera. Chat, where'd Scorpio go? Not Scorpio. Bat. Dog, if I mixed the bat into this giant pile of fucking proxies, I'm going to expend myself. Chat, this was a bad idea. This was the worst idea. Okay, wait. dun, 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 dun. Let's like set the box. You know what? You can just live on the floor for half a second. That's fine. No, sir. I don't want to be the pain anymore. It's your turn. Take a scene for settling. Final score. Come on. I might have to go back and review the VOD if I cannot find it. Which, I mean, isn't the biggest deal. Two. Here it is. Honestly, I wish that I had more of these, like, you know, monster double deck boxes. Just that I could, like, separate out the cards into which deck they belong to. Instead of just having them in this, like, jumbled mess. Okay. So, currently, we are at 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16, 17, well, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 28, 29. $30. And then we can start putting in stuff. 31. 32. 33. 'So that's 33. That's a Blizzard package. So then we have room for like 7 more back row. Honestly, I think the move is just we go like that. Triple shield. Triple Georgian's Jays. And then 1 Rise from the Ashes. Because then, like, what? We're running 4 copies of the Searcher for these. Yeah. Honestly, yeah. That might be the wave. Yeah, this probably is pretty decent. Okay. So let's get this all ready. Having having 3 searchable targets with only 1 thing to search them kind of feels bad. Probably if we do this and then like a second, maybe. That probably will do something. Okay, so I probably started out with Rabbit. Just saying, like, yeah, no, this card's just good. How many water are we on? We're on like 3 water. 3 water for 3 Narpoon, and then we could probably play Tsunami on the side. That seems doable. And then we probably do like the Millers and then Cedar Soar. And then we go Narpoon to search it all out. And we probably stage that off to the side. Let's okay, chat. So here's kind of like the first deck that I thought of immediately after the Keone structure was revealed, and we had a first look at a Blizzard Whiteout. So that card is just absolutely gross. So it's like Blizzstrix, but like more concentrated. So first we're just gonna Rabbit. Kind of have to at this stage. You know what I mean? 3 Snowlet, 3 Asprowl, 2 Blizzstrix. That is pretty standard. And then you got the 1 Morlith, because you kind of have to. Like, they limited the guy, but he is just so good. And then for some new cards. So, 3 Catarant, 2 Iwilly. So what Catarant does is you foretell 4, and then you send an Elestral to the Underworld. If that Elestral was an Iwilly, you can ascend it, right? And then Iwilly says you can send the top 4 cards from your deck to your Underworld, and then summon any number of 1-cost Frost Elestrals. There are interesting applications with this, with like Firestorm Frigicub to recur your Blizzards and stuff. But like, we're just using this as a mill machine because you can do this like every turn. It isn't an on-cast, it's just you can. And then one of your big hits, Big Man Cedar Soar. So then after that, we have 3 Narpoon just to search out all your 1-cost Frost guys, which there are a lot of in this deck. You've got the Snowlet, you've got the Catarant, you've got more Frost, you've got Brumalinks. You know, spoilers, but it is what it is. So now for the more Frost package, playing 3 Lycan, 1 Chimera, 1 Bat. You could probably substitute out like the Chimera for a Scorpio in the side if you want. Just to deal with like bigger guys, but like Chimera is so good. Oh my god. Like, this card is just gross on turn 1. Like, if you go Lycan, pitch, add 2, and then Chimera, summon back, you got 2 guys, and then if you have Blizzstrix in hand, it isn't even a brick. You just Siphon Ascend, and you're good to go. And then 2 Brumalinks with 1 Boreas, 1 Blizzard, 1 Whiteout. Honestly, like, this is just kind of like meta call. You know, I'm assuming that a lot of people are going to be on Dionysus. So if, like, you make the call that people aren't, you probably substitute the regular Blizzard for a second Whiteout. And now for the rest of our counter runes. 3 Shield, 3 Gorgons. I mean, what are you going to do? If Bear Bomb is, like, anywhere near as powerful as it is right now, you kind of have to. And then the one of Rise from the Ashes. Like, Blizzstrix is probably the reason why this card got banned. So, like, why not play it? And then for your Spirit deck, we're on 6, 9, 12, 13 Frost. You just need a whole lot for this deck to function, like. And then 3 water, 2 thunder, 2 wind. These ratios presuppose that you're on Tsunami in the side and Hurricane, right? So that you need the second, because 1 for Blistrix, 1 for Hurricane. So then another kind of theory that I've seen floating around for this deck is Caddy TCG, how's it going? You have caught us in the middle of recording, but what's good? How's it going? We're on Alestrals. But another theory that I've seen for this deck is just playing like the Iwooly and the Catarant, and then playing like Frostfall, not Frostfall. Let me just start that over. Another theory that I've been seeing float around. Another theory that I've seen floating around is you just play the Iwooly and the Catarant, and then you play Frostfall, Frigicub, and Broomerlink. What the hell is the? I'm just not gonna remember the name of the second 2-drop. Another theory that I've seen floating around is you play just the Iwooly and the Catarant, and then you play Firestorm. What's the name of the guy? Now I'm blanking on it. Oh my god. Frigicub. Another theory that I've seen floating around is you just play the Catarant and the Iwooly, and then you play 3 of the Frostfall Frigicub, and you recur all your Blizzards over and over again. You use that as like a control engine. I haven't had a whole lot of time to test that, but like, you know, it seems like it might have legs if the format's slower. Okay. Is the ad break still going on? No, the ad break just started. Cool. So now let's put this guy back together. Because this is a deck that I actually play. Five, 6, 7. Six, 7. You know, like half of these cards, like these guys, they aren't out yet. So what the creator of the game did is said, hey, let's release a new set and then do the equivalent of like this game's YCSs the week after release and have that set be legal. So, like, there are maybe... So, the event is in October, and as of right now, there are, like, maybe 2 cards that have yet to have been revealed for the set. So, I'm kind of, like, recording a video to, share my thoughts on what will be good that format. Well, yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Does that a lot, but, like, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a very big TCG. This is a very indie TCG. And, like, people end up not getting their stuff until, like, 2 weeks after, you know, release if they direct order. So they've had to, on their back end, change the fulfillment date for this set for people who bought passes to the event to like September 15th, when the weekend is the October 3rd through the 5th. I'm just making sure this is legal. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 33, 4, 3, 5, 3, 6, 40. Okay, good. The deck is in fact legal. But yeah, I anticipate this deck, the one that I just recorded for, to be the best deck of the format. So actually, Alestrals has an online simulator where all the cards are free forever. It's called Alestrals Clash. It's on Steam. Now, the tutorial is buggy as hell and kind of dog shit, right? But, you know, it at least lets you play. And that's how I've been getting like 90% of my testing in for like current format, not this format. Okay, so what's next? So Dionysus. This is going to be harder because I have not done any theory crafting at all. And we probably actually have to play good cards. This is the divide. Okay, so kind of the core thing that you want to be doing with this deck is like Dionysus and Dionysus's Madness. So then you probably want to play 3 Cyprong. Okay. Days are... Okay. So that seems crazy. So this is probably a lot of the stuff that we want to be playing. So let's see here. We probably want 3 Sproutier. Probably some number of September. Is there any Earth guys that like help you with ascensions? Because, like, really, is there a way to search Champions of Dionysus? There's a lot of gone. So I don't like that I kind of have to do this, but like this is probably just going to be like Staples Turbo, if I'm going to be honest. Is this cast from the underworld? Hand decker underworld. Okay. So you only need to play one. And honestly, if you can Nexus onto the Sprouteer, oh, this already searches a champion of Dionysus, and then Cyprong searches Dionysus. Okay, I am beginning to understand. So this probably is just going to be a pile of staples. So like what? I have 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Half of the deck built? Do we play Argo? I don't think so. So this 2 for... This, like, is Graceful Charity, but you discard first. Is that good? I don't know if it's good enough. It's... Okay. So if we break it down, right? You're double expending to... Huh. It's like expending to draw, but I don't know how to evaluate that. Because that's like... It also isn't searchable, because it isn't a champion of Dionysus. Huh. It is searchable by Ignector, though. There might be a deck where you like play Ignector, and then you like search 3 of these, and then I don't even know. Like you just burn them. I don't know. This doesn't feel like that good. You also probably want Equilinx. I forget which deck has the Equilinx in it. It's this one. No, it isn't. Equilinx. You probably also play Rummagem. And maybe more than one. Do we have a fully forest searcher? I don't think so. Let me grab these guys. You're plugged in. Why are you telling me that you're low battery? Silly. Okay. How many? 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 26. You're already playing like 9 counter runes. So then, after that, we probably play Champ C. We probably like Champ C. See, this is where we just need to like go good stuff turbo. Oh, and then we fucking play Viscerous, duh. We play Viscerous, we play Alter. Do we have the third Alter somewhere? A PTA. Honestly, we're playing an Earth deck. Might as well. Okay. So this needs to get put away. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 20, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 31, 32, 33, 34. Right? So I need like 6 more cards. Are we playing Rabbit? We are. So we could, in theory, play regular Peliquarius. We could still have room for Argo. Because we do want Nexus Banks for the Sprout tier. You know what? Okay. Actually, let me just grab like the shitty Argos. We're gonna play a Scythe. We're gonna play Argo. And then we're gonna play like a which way? Up. And then we'll play like a Thrasis of Dionysus. What are we building? We're building right now I am working on a video that is like 5 decks that you could just bring to Kissimmee, right? In case people don't know what the hell to build, you know, whatnot. Right now we're working on like Dionysus, which is just like, you know, raw Dionysus. We're playing the Cyprong, we're playing the Sproutier, we're getting up into Centarbor, and we're playing like Dionysus's Madness, you know, just like the Dazed and Enraged deck. Let's play like a Thrasis. It's like what we said that we had 6 slots, so I can still play a How much of the Dio deck can you build with 2 starters? Probably like 90% of it. Like, you could probably build a fully competent one with just like 2 starters. I forget what the exact list for the starters are, but like you'll probably need a couple extra copies of staples, like, you know, Shield, Gorgons. You'll probably want copies of you know, Champ Galaxy, Altar of Stars, Viserys is a big one. But then I need Necklace of Harmonia. That's a big one. Because I can just daze them and then put Necklace on their guy, which is kind of funny. But yeah, no, we've already been through Frost. Which like we're kind of, I know a lot of people have been saying, oh yeah, no, you just play the Eyewoolies or you just play Blizz. But my thought process is we're just gonna play the kitchen sink variant where we shove everything in there and just hope that we high roll. Yeah, I mean, so this deck is specifically for people who are going to Kissimmee. And I'm assuming that the people who are going to Kissimmee are going to be ordering, like, you know, some product. And they're going to have vendors on site for shit like that, right? Like, suffice this, like, you know, the, what's it called? The, like, the position that people are put in. I think that the people that are going to compete at Kissimmee are going to put in the effort to get the exact list that they want. Yeah, okay. So then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Exactly. Okay. And then now we need a spirit deck. Where are my spirits? Okay. So let's lay these things out so that like I can actually see. Runes. Guys. Runes. Guys. Runes. Guys. And I think the rest of these are guys. Okay. So then I think we order it like this. And then ad break in a minute. If you don't want to see the ads, sub, I guess, or go to another platform. So it seems like it could get complicated. I mean, okay. They're also shipping out the cards early to the people who have player badges. I really don't think that getting the cards themselves are going to be an issue. Let's like put this guy up here, and then we put rabbit. And yeah, there we go. Okay, so probably what we want is like 2 thunder. Probably like where's my water spirits? Where are my leviathans? Okay. Probably like 2 leviathans. Like 90% of this is, but like 16 earth? There's no way that's correct. That's true. But like, you know, you also have to consider the audience of the people who are viewing that product. Like, I mean, that are like going to be viewing the video, which are probably like people who want to test for Kissimmee, right? Want to compete, but probably don't have a testing group. So like, they're probably going to get the deck that they want no matter what, right? Because the Lestral singles are kind of cheap. I don't know what they're going to do on the floor at Kissimmee, but like, they're pretty cheap. Like, I am making this video under the assumption that people will be able to get the cards that they need. Right? I do not want to make a video that's like, hey, here is a modified starter deck. You know, that's just boring to me. Unless if that starter deck really is that good, right? Unless if it's like a Yu-Gi-Oh situation where you can buy 3 of the starter deck and top. But I really do not want to do that. 16 Earth seems like a lot. Is there anything else that we could do? Let me... Rise from the Ashes just lets you re-enchant for Lunar in the Underworld, right? Rise from the shadows. Using lunar. Okay. It's like there's no way that playing like 16 Earth is correct. There's no way. What we could do. Okay, hear me out, chat. How big is that engine? So that's like 7 cards. Can we find 7 cards to cut in this list? Because then we can jam in like what? 1, 2, 3, 4. Because really what I want to do, the idea that I just had in my head, is we find space to play like this. Torch. And like maybe some Tugerts. Yeah, something like this. This stream really is just an excuse for me to like overly cook on every deck that's going to be in the format. Like really, the core of the package is like eight cards. Can we find 8 cards to cut? We'll probably cut 1 of each. How can you even like call what the list that I am brewing 5s? So like what? This is a 5. Galaxy is a 5. And I think that's it. So what do we cut? Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying, but it definitely to me feels like the game is moving away from 5s. And if you want me to be like really honest, I think that the 2 best decks in the room are going to be some sort of Frost variant and Bear Bomb. It's just going to like depend on, you know, who wins out on that day. We don't need like 3 Dionysus. Dionysus's Madness is also searchable. So that's 4 out of 8. think we cut like one each of these. So that's 6. We could play the package without the small Tugas. And then play like an extra Leviathan. And the reason why we can cut down on like the 1-drop guys is because we're playing Romagem. It just lets us say, hey, this is now, we're playing 3 of each. Don't. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 8. I need to cut like one more. One more card. God. We're cutting like... Are we really cutting like 4 counter runes? Okay, so let's take this deck, hypothetically. And let's apply the not the Bean Soldier, the Trish like test of how many guys are you playing? 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 guys. That's not bad, actually. And then how many back row are we playing? So that would be 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 back row? 10 counter runes? That's a little bit light. Okay. So, like, we could probably cut an Argo. So that gets us down to 10 counter runes. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we could, like, put back in a better counter rune. Because, like... Actually, with... no, I don't think we can cut an Argo. This probably is good enough. So... Okay. Where'd my stack of spirits go? Here it is. I'm blind. Chat, I'm blind as hell. We're gonna cut all these guys. So, like, what? With 2 Tuga, 3 Galaxy, we probably have to play, like, 3 Leviathan. And then for Hephaestus, so we want enough where we can go Volcari's Enchant 2, so that's 3. Disenchant 1, put Hestia. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 5. Okay, so we want like 5 fire. Because, I mean, we're already playing the artifacts anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exactly how many I needed. Right? Thunder, water, earth, fire. So then how many? So that'd be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So then we're playing like 10 Earth. Head to bed. All right, see you, cat. Have a good one. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I need one more Earth Spirit. And then I guess that we steal the Earth Spirit from here. How many Earth Spirits am I playing in here? 9, 10, 11, 12. There's your problem. I need to get more of these stained art spirits. I need to get like 20 of each. Like even 40. If I'm going to be building decks. Because I love these arts. Yeah, okay. Okay, so this is like the fire Argo part of it. And then we can talk about these guys are staples. This. And then these guys. You can come here. Yeah, and then we can like do this and this. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. Okay, chat. Deck number 2. We're doing Dionysus this time. To start out, we're just gonna 2 rabbit, 3 whale. These cards are just really, really good. If I'm gonna be honest, like, you better have a dang good reason not to play them. Like, they're just really good. So now for the actual Dionysus cards. So we're on 2 Sprout here, 2 Cyprong. So this card nexuses and then lets you search either a Champion of Dionysus or Dionysus's Madness, which is like the main counter into the deck. And then this guy pops a guy, like, and also adds Dionysus. So it's a 4 that also gets rid of their guy guaranteed if it's like a 5+. Those 2 cards just read insane to me. And then we've got September and Centarbor. This is just like a nice little essential line that we can play. That gives us some board clear, gives us a big guy, you know. It also just so happens to synergize very well with Dionysus. Speaking of, we're playing 2. Because honestly, like, in my time in Elestrals, I've never seen a need to play more than 2 of a single divine. Like, even back in, like, Daybreak meta, when, you know, Elachik was at 3, we were only playing, like, 2 Zeus, 1 Demeter. And then some little, you know, earth boxy toolbox type stuff. We've got a Rummagem, an Equilinx, and Viscerus. These guys are just really good. They're already played in, like, the Fire Earth Nexus piles right now. And Equilinx is just, like, very nuts. Very crazy card. Now for the spicy stuff. Y'all might have already seen it. 2 Smeltuga. Yeah. So we're playing, like, fire stuff. So we're playing, like, the 2 Volcaries, Kinleo, Lavalith, Hephaestus, Torch. Because, right, this package is already really good. And there's already, like, a Earth Fire Nexus deck running around that plays, like, very similar ratios. And then 3 Argo Scythe, Thrisis of Dionysus, and Necklace. Just as like a nice little neat Argo package along with the torch. Honestly, like, I'm building it this way just because I love Argo decks. It just, like, tickles my brain. And then 2 Dionysus' Madness. Like, this is, like, the whole reason to play the deck, in my opinion. This card's just, like, literally nuts. It's a battle trick that also, like, has added utility, and then also just is free innately if you have Dionysus on board. And because we're in an Earth deck, we're playing the one of Earthquake. And then 2 Shield, 2 Gorgons, 1 Altar. Because we're already playing, like, Argo and Dionysus' Madness, we can kind of go light on the counter rune suite. And then for our spirits, we're on 3, 6, 9, 10 Teratlus. We're on 3, 5 Vipyro. We're on 3 Leviathan, 2 Zaptor. Kind of how I came to this number was 2 Zaptor for 3 Rabbit. And then what is the minimum amount for the fire package? Minus Lavalith, if you want to go Volcaries, and then enchant 3, disenchant for Torch, and then normal cast Kinleo, you need 5. Oh my god, I completely forgot about Ambro. God damn it. I completely forgot about Ambrosia. We have to redo this now. It's because the last deck was Frost. Okay, where are my Ambros? I completely forgot about Ambro. Oh my god. Ambro. 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 Honestly, like, my Madness, Cyprong, and Dionysus might be like a very splashable package. Honestly, now that you're really saying it, I might change some things. Like, this stuff is fine. This stuff is fine. I might cut these guys. I might cut these 4 and then play the Cyprong. And then we just stick Ambro at the end. Do we have a fully forest searcher or no? Let's actually like move the Ambrosias up. Okay, chat. So next deck on the list is Dionysus. Um, so pretty much, um, we're just going to take advantage of Dionysus's madness with this deck because that card reads nuts. So to get the boring stuff out of the way, we've got a 3 Galaxy, 2 Astrabbit, pretty standard. And then we've got 3 Cyprong, Champion of Dionysus. It searches Dionysus, and then when it becomes enraged, you pop a guy that's like 5 or more. So this card reads insane. And then we've got 2 Dionysus, just like to fuel that. I've never ever felt the need to play more than like 2 of a single divine. Even like way back when we had Elachik at 3, like it was still 2 Zeus, 1 Demeter. I don't expect to need a third Dionysus. And then for like Earth toolboxy stuff, we're on 3 Viserys, Romagem, Equilinx. And then 2 Smaltuga, 2 Volcaries, Kinleo, Lavalith, Hephaestus, Torch. Because this is an Argo deck, surprisingly. And honestly, I thought it would just be fun. Like, the Dionysus package reads a lot like, the, like, other packages that you play in other decks. With, like, you know, the Fire Artifact Argo type stuff. But then also you get to play this insane back row. And then speaking of Argo, 3 Argo Thrisis, which, like, not only can you force your opponent to attack into you with, like, a big guy if you have shield, but then also, you know, like, it just lets you draw stuff. Scythe for healing, and then Necklace to make your guy really, really big, right? And then for the rest of our runes, we're on 2 Madness, Earthquake. We're on 3 Ambrosia, 2 Shield, 2 Gorgons, and an Altar. I'd play more back row, but just, like, the list is so tight. Even, like, we had a list earlier that, like, you know, had, like, you know, Sprout tier line, but then, like, we just remembered, oh, wait, we don't have Ambrosia, which is crazy to me. And then for the Spirit deck, we've got 3, 6, 9, 10 Teratlus. And then 5 Fire, which is kind of like the minimum that you need to pull off the Fire Nexus stuff. Because if you go full carries, put 3 on Hephaestus, 1 for Torch, and then you normal summon the Kinleo to Nexus, you need 5. And then you can use Ambro to heal back the others if you need Lavalith. And then for the last spirits, 3 Leviathan, 2 Zaptor. Okay. So now we need Aphrodite.deck. Okay. So I don't like... This deck can go so many ways. So I think what I'm just going to do... So I'm going to build like Aphros 5s maybe. So like these are all the Dionysus cards. These are all the Aphrodite cards. Oh wait, I need Necklace. Was Necklace on play? Or Collect or whatever it is? Assets. It was. I forgot to print it out. I have to use the restroom, chat. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. So, like, people are talking about, like, Aphros 5s. So, we want all these. Really, I think what we want is, like, well, we probably want that. Okay. This doesn't even require you to play, what's it called? This doesn't require you to play Aphrodite. Okay. Like, none of this actually requires you to play Aphrodite. But we could probably play 2 anyway. No, we don't want to play the foamy. Okay. So honestly, okay. So this is gonna sound crazy, but hear me out. Where is we play Rise from the Shadows? This is gonna sound like some crack shit. Okay. So then do we have where are my werepups? We're gonna do this and then grab from the other deck. We're gonna grab like a void. And then, okay, so we have this. We need like did I put away like the lunar aggro stuff? So I need 3 um What's the name of the little guy? The insectoid guy. That, like, you ascended to Doppelganger. I need 3 of him and a Doppelganger. Because then also, right, we can... Let's start, like, mapping out this deck, right? We probably want all this. Oh, you probably want this. Then we want the third rabbit, which is somewhere. Now this is really 5s. Let's just like map this out real quick, and then we'll see if we need Doppelganger or not. But you can see where this is going. I need more inner sleeves, I think. Okay, I should probably return all the stuff that was in the other deck to that other deck, which is like all of this. Yeah. And then I think it was just the one Tyratlus that I stole. Ten, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, yeah. Okay. More inner sleeves. But yeah, no, you guys can see where this is going, right? Very much. We're gonna play like lunar aggro, but like with Aphros as the 5's engine. And then like we're using the lunar engine to you know, what do you call it? Supply the lunar spirits in graveyard for the rise from the shadows. And that's kind of the game plan. Okay, and then these guys can live over here for a hot second. You know, for the longest time, I've been trying to migrate, like, basically my entire collection over to using the same sleeves. Which, by the way, it is KMC Perfect Hard Inners, right? And then KMC Hypermatte Minis. Give me a second. But yeah, KMC Perfect Hard Inners, and then KMC Hypermattes on the outside. Not minis. I think I said minis. But those are for Yu-Gi-Oh! Sized cards, not Magic sized cards. I might have to end the stream pretty soon here, because my brother bought steaks for Memorial Day, and, you know, he just asked me how I want my steak cooked. So it might be dinner time pretty soon here. Okay, let's see where we're at with just this. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 122, 23, 24, 25, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. Okay, that's pretty close. 34. So we've got 6 cards left. Honestly, kind of what I want to do is grab like 3 doppelganger. No, 2 doppelganger. One of the 1 drop, and then a Drakking. I think that's kind of what I want to do. Let me go see if I have any of those handy. Just give me a hot second. Is it hello? Daybreak? Might have been. Thinking about it. Hobby. Found it. It took me a while because I forgot that Draking wasn't like, it was a hollow only card in Daybreak. And I have my hollows like separated out. All my like bulk hollows. More sleeves. I said 34, so I have 6 slots left, which is this. I do. I have quite a few. It's just like they're packed up right now because I'm not really playing the game Hunter. Yeah, I mean, I really haven't had a chance to like sell them. Also, like the Yu-Gi-Oh market's like really bad right now. So I'm just like, oh well, I'll just, hold on to them for, a keepsake or something like that. And then I can look back and, reminisce. Because honestly, like, those years, like right before COVID, were fantastic. Like, I had so much fun playing the game back then. Okay. So then we can. Now, is there anything that I am missing? Cards. By not, it's Nexus and then draw 2. Yeah, I'm not missing much. Okay. And then, okay. Some Werepup and Nabi. And let's put these guys at the front. Okay, so 4. So I probably want like 4 Thunder-ish, give or take. We want a shitload of water. Like, actually. So, okay. So, if we do this. So, I want enough so that I can resolve my full moon combo. And Nabi. So, Nabi just needs 2. So, 3, 4, re-enchant 5. I can ascend with water. Three, 4, 5. I'll probably play 6 Lunar just to be safe. Is there room to fit Tsunami? So, I mean, you kind of want as many names to be Aphros as possible. You know, you probably could cut the tracking and a doppelganger for 2 Tsunami. I might just do that. I think that my non-shiny Tsunamis are in here. Yeah. And then probably like 10 water. Four, 5, 6. Seven, 8, 9. Eh. All right, so that's 10 water, right? 4, 5, 6, 10. Cool. That'll probably take me a good long while to get all of my cards back into the correct decks, which is kind of unfortunate. Okay, so next is an Aphrodite deck. Honestly, I don't have enough time to cook the like base Aphrodite, you know, going after things in pairs deck. So I saw the concept of Aphros 5s floating around, so I thought that I'd cook with that a little bit. So to get the boring stuff out of the way, we're on 3 Rabbit, 3 Galaxy. Like, you just kind of have to. And then 3 Aphros, 3 Magnaros, 3 Aphrodite Soulmate, 2 Aphrodite. So basically, what this package does, Magnaros searches Aphros. It also is Aphros. And then you special cast Aphros. Both of them become 5s. Right? And that's kind of the whole conceit of the deck. You have, you know, 2 5s on the board turn 1. And then you're using Aphrodite to search out those cards, and then Aphrodite's Soulmate to protect your Magnaros, because this makes all your Magnaros Aphoros as well. So then also to protect it, those cards, we have Rise from the Shadows, right? So when a Celestial is destroyed by an opponent, you can flip this and then resummon it with a Lunar from your Underworld. So then how are we getting the Lunar, you may ask? Well, we're playing 3 Werepup, Like a Void, and Full Moon. Very standard Lunar aggro package. If we're playing 5s, might as well play like some good aggro tools as well. And then 3 Nabi and a Doppelgator. These cards are just really good as well. And then for your kind of standard stuff, Ambro, Gorgons, Shield, 2 Tsunami. And then on to the spirits. We're on 3, 6, 9, 10 water. So we have a pretty sizable amount of water. And then 3, 6 lunar, because in order to resolve both the Nabi package and the Werepup package, you need 5. And then I thought that I would just throw in 1 more. And then 4 Zaptor. So I think that we're going to skip the charged, the like Thunderstorm deck, and just go straight to Bear Bomb, because that's going to be easy. Do I even... I think I have the Cryolinks and Cryoverns. They're somewhere. Okay, so I need some stuff. Are you playing Don't Poke? No. Let's see here. So let's like get all the stuff together that we have. Let's like right here. Lavalith. We have Edwards. ¿Dónde está la Edward? It's only 2 Edwards. Okay, so half the Edwards. Three Tsunami, I mean, Galaxy. What am I doing? Three Narpunt. I'm like 90% sure that I pulled out 3 Cryoling, 2 Cryovern for something. Yeah, I'm like 100% positive. I pulled them out for something. And the fire alarm's going off. Did I not? Where did I put them? Is it like in this one? Kinleo, Blizzard. Here they are. Shit. 2 Cryovern. Did I pull out Ursicles? No, I did not. Unfortunate. Okay. I also need hibernations. Three, and then I need PTAs. PTA. So really what I need right now is 3 hibernation. I need 3 hibernation, 1 Majursa, and 3 Ursicle. Did I pull out Ursicles way back when? Did I do that? Ursicle. There we go. Oh, I could have just came in here. I had doppelgators and shit in this pile. Fucking Christ. I also have chariot rides in here. Yeah, okay. So now all that I need is hibernations and 1 Majursa. Let's see here. Majursa. I'm like 90% sure that High Bear was not a rare. Let's see here. How fast can we find hibernation? And if I can't find it here, then I can just go through my Shattered Stars. Because I had... Here's one. Two. Three. There we go. First clump of cards that I grab. Ugh. Okay. And that should be it. I have like Bear Bomb fully assembled. And then it's just like all these cards that need to get redone. It's actually not that bad. I have no idea where my Kickstarter eddies went, by the way. They might be back in the binder. But honestly, like, I'm gonna have to re-sleeve them anyway, so. Hoomst chairs. And we're only on 2 den. Yeah, I guess. And this will probably be the last one that I do. And I might record some off stream, but, you know. What can you do? The eternal passage of time waits for no man. Etc., etc. I need like a 4K that is just like playable cards that I have sleeved up. You know what I mean? Because I'm not going to unsleeve all these cards. Come on. Okay. And then now we can do these. I'm glad that I restocked on all these sleeves. Like, okay, yeah. After this one, I'll probably be stopping the stream because it seems like steaks are about to be served. And then we'll probably stream tomorrow and do more Clash, you know. Man, one sleeve off. One sleeve off. Honey, but I passed it up. Now look this way. Just like you. To get to. See if you do it right. Okay. So then now, I think we can like replace the PTAs with whiteouts. Whiteout, whiteout, whiteout. And now let's arrange this shit. Bears. 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 All these water guys. And then we go 2, 5, 3, 4, 5, and then 8 frost. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Oh, get the song. Get the song off of my playlist. This one is a bummer. Yes, welcome home. Okay, so this is the last deck that I'm probably going to go over for this video. And it is the current boogeyman of the format. It is Bear Bomb. It is probably going to play mostly the same. But this deck is just so unbelievably strong that, like, you have to prepare for it, you know? And this deck even got new tools, as you'll see. So, you know, we're going to start off with Bears. Ursical, Hibernation, Den, 1 Majursa, right? Pretty standard. Cryoling, Cryovern, Narpoon, Galaxy, Eddy, Lavalith. And then the reason why I made a deck for this and not just pulling up a deck list, we're on 3 whiteout. So, what this card essentially does is, like, let's say turn 3, right? You normal cast Ursical, chain whiteout. Like, let's say they go Gorgon's Gaze on the Ursical. You white out, protect the Ursical from the Gorgon's Gaze, right? It just, I feel like it does a lot more than PTA in this deck. And then also helps you get Frost Spirits in the Underworld for your Hibernation. And then your regular, you know, counter rune lineup. 2 Tsunami, 3 Shield, 3 Gorgon's Gaze, and then 3 Ambrosia. It's not innovative. It's not, you know, anything beyond the standard, but it is Bear Bomb. Now for the spirits. 3, 6, 8 Frost, 5 Fire, 5 Water, 2 Thunder. I mean, literally just taken from Bean Soldier's list from the last premiere. I mean, it's Bear Bomb. It's strong. It's going to be strong. You have to prepare for it. I'm sorry, but this is probably the best deck of the format. Alright. And that's going to be it, guys. Wish I could stream for longer, because I actually do feel like streaming for longer, but, you know, gotta go eat. I'll talk to y'all.